Kelly from Wings, Worms, and Wonder, and today's How to Art Journal Round Robin video, we're taking it outside and into the world of nature journaling. Art is a great way to stay connected to our natural world and provides an outlet for the wonder that nature constantly sparks. Nature art journaling provides us a place to document the seasonal happenings we observe in our nearby nature while providing us a creative representation of seasonal patterns. Through pictures and words, we become better observers of and participants in our local ecology. And the local ecology here is quite beautiful. So today I'm out on the marsh near my house, seeing what I can discover as fall sets in. So to be prepared for nature journaling, you want to have a little bag with your items. So I have my nature journal that I made, that you have too. I have a little clipboard or board to lean on. I brought different pens and pencils in a little case, easy to transport. And I brought some watercolor paints, a little travel pack of watercolor paints, just a little bottle and cup for water, paper towel, and you never know if it's going to be windy, so I always bring a little clip. So let's get started. I'm going to look at this island, and there's all sorts of snails and trees and things happening here. So first, when you begin your nature journal page, it's always nice to create some sort of record pattern of what's happening in nature. I like to go by the tides, so I always put the date, and then I put whether it's low tide or high tide. So right now we're incoming high, but I would still call it low tide, not full low. And then it's nice to put the weather too, just so you can look back through your journals and see, really remind you of what that day was like. So it's definitely sunny and still today with a slight east breeze. So write that and put the date, and you can put the time if you want to. So I usually just put that like up in the corner a little bit. And then really just find anything. Look up things up close. Dig underneath. Whatever sort of strikes your interest. You could bring a magnifying glass with you if you want to. You could do a broad scene. You could do details. And definitely record what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your inspiration in both pictures and words. Okay, so I'm going to clip my journal down to my board. I'm going to take it can be a bit of a juggle if you're in a canoe, but it's not always such. Take my water, put it in my little cup. I like to save a little bit in case I want to do a little wet on wet technique and put it right in, so save a little bit of water. Also to clean the brush. And I'm going to start with using a pencil and then go into some paint washes after. But I really like this island. We just discovered this island today and would like to come back and maybe have a little camp out on it. So I'm going to sketch this island, and then maybe we'll go up on the island and see what we can find. So you can see that nature journaling doesn't have to be really serious botanical drawings or anything. You can just capture a feeling of where you are. You can think about how the Impressionists painted to capture the light, like en plein air. So I also sometimes like to, say where you were or just something maybe you were feeling. So like when this dries a little bit, it's pretty close to dry, you could add some words like maybe here in the water or in the marsh. Like I could put like snails on the grass. And maybe I can do a little sketch of how they looked. What kind of snails are these clinging to the grass? I don't know, but they're cool either way. It's amazing that they can hang on to bendy grass. There's like a lot of mullet jumping in the water. Maybe you can pick a little obviously they look, silly little fish jumping in the water. Whatever you feel. If you're really like writing poetry, you could add poetry. You could add just maybe adjectives, observation words that you're seeing around. We did see a wood stork up on the island, so I could put maybe a wood stork. Now this is a little more labeling. You could definitely fill this entire sky with words, and other pages in other journals. I do have more words, but nature journaling is just a fun way to get out and give you something to do in nature. Sometimes it's hard to know what to do, like, oh, I should be sitting here appreciating nature, but you feel antsy, your mind is wandering, you're thinking about all the things you have to do in the day. But when you take time out and bring art into the picture, it sort of gives you permission to slow down and let the worries of the day go away and really be here in this spot with these grasses and those snails and appreciate what is around you. And of course, you do not have to have a marsh. You do not have to be out in wild nature. You can go to a park. You could observe a flower pot in your window. You could just sit in your window and look out at the sky and observe the rain falling on the window pane. Anything that is natural. You could draw the produce you bought at the grocery store. Anything. It does not ever have to be pristine nature, because the little dandelion coming up through the crack in the sidewalk is just as important as this marsh ecosystem. It's all part of nature. It's all part of us. So I hope that this has inspired you to take your art journals outside and let nature's wonders spark your imagination. Remember, share your journal spreads on the How to Art Journal Pinterest and Facebook pages. And for more ways to creatively connect with our natural world, join the fun here at Wings, Worms, and Wonders.